Hello, Miss Filter. Oh, give everybody time to jump over here. Jen, are you in here? Jen, I'm dropping the link for you. Ah, crap. Oh, my ice cold Mountain Dew is now hot. I did link you. Are you coming up? Hello, everybody. Hello, Kathy and Ashley and let's see, Selena. Come on, guys. Jen, give you 1 second. Are you putting your stripper uniform on? Jen, you shameless hussy, you. Hello, Rihanna. Rihanna. Yeah, Rihanna. I don't know why I was thinking it said Radmilla. No filter. We already have something else in common about our stories. Oh, Ashley is a stripper too. Whoa. Hello, Miss Holly. Long time no see, Holly. Cindy Rose. Hello. Well, guys, we're waiting on No Filter to get up here. I think she's putting on her stripper costume. I think that's what's taking so long. Because I know she got ready and everything before Holly's, when Holly came on live. So I can't imagine what's taking her so long. Now, keep in mind, guys, if you guys have any questions you want to ask Holly, let me ask my questions first, and then we'll see if anybody has any questions sort of in between them, okay? And then she's willing to ask any question or answer any questions you've got to ask. I got a whole page full. I was wondering if there will be any demonstrations. Oh, Jen. Well, evidently she's putting on her stripper costume, so maybe there will be. I'm having technical difficulties. Give me a minute. I promise I'm coming. She can't get the zipper up in the black boots. That's what it is, guys. That's what strippers call technical difficulties. Jen, you ain't never gonna live that down, honey. See, you mean Jen, not Holly? LOL. No, Holly said that. Said I was wondering if there will be a demonstration. And then Jen said, I'm having technical difficulties. Did I say Holly in place of Jen somewhere else? Hello, Miss Cristola. One day we're going to get you up here and tell your story. My little sugar plum. Hi, Suzette. No getting in no trouble today, Suzette. John Davis is supposed to be in here taking your place to get in trouble today. He already asked for permission to give her hell. And I told him he could. And I believe John Davis is going live right after I could get off here, guys, on JDTC Raw. So y'all need to go over there when we get done here and jump over to his live. Her nipple tassels. What? Her nipple tassels aren't wanting to stick, Nana. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Yep, I knew she's texting me. She's chicking out. She got cold feet. Technical difficulties. I'm coming. That's not a technical difficulty, girl. That's too much information. Jeez. I don't think Keith would like you discussing that either. Do you? Hey, Nana, did you see one of JLR's tutorials yesterday where he said Don doesn't get released until I got an official notice from someone. Said it was an official notice from Hawkins County that this is written down, basically making it official that he does not get released until October the 30th. Yeah. I don't know who it came from, but it was official from Hawkins County law enforcement. I don't know when I became so special, but I'll take it. Lord of mercy. Jennifer, I'm going to put you on speaker. Now, would you please hurry up? Have Keith.
I think you threw me the wrong link because the one I grabbed, it keeps telling me stream ended.
Huh. Okay, hang on.
Yeah, so try throwing the link again and see if I can grab it from there.
Okay. Now, I do believe Keith would have a problem with you talking about your personal life like that. Stop putting that out online. You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you?
No, I've been fighting with StreamYard.
You said having technical difficulties. I'm coming.
Okay, figuratively, not literally.
And I mean, this was after I'm telling everybody that you're having problems with your zippers and your stripper boots and stuff, you know.
Hey, ain't no boots. I'm in my jammies. And not stripper jammies.
Well, Holly, she said no demonstration. I'm sorry. Holly was asking if there was going to be a demonstration.
This person don't dance no more. Okay, hanging out, bye.
All right. Hey, lady. Can you hear us? Are you there? We can't hear you. Hello? Nope, nothing. You really are having technical difficulties, aren't you? I think you're just chicken shit to answer the questions all these people have. Nope, still can't hear you. You look like a fish going, Are you on the wrong device? No, ma'am. Guys, this is going to be really hard to interview her if we can't hear what she's saying. Sugar plum, I've seen that. Oh, you're talking to Ashley? Hello now. Can you hear us? You have got to be kidding me. Nothing, huh? What am I going to have to do? Am I going to have to pull somebody else up here and do theirs? I'll have to ask them your questions. Like, when did you become a stripper? Holly? When did you become a stripper? Jen? Can you hear us now? Can we hear you? Your mic is muted. There we go. There we go.
You got me now?
Yes. I'm getting rid of the other one.
All right. I had to go over to the phone. I don't know what's going on with the tablet.
You've got a bad echo.
Trying. Give me. I don't know what's going on. What? How about now?
Okay, I just kicked you out of the studio.
Yep. I don't know what's going on with my tablet, but we'll try it on the phone.
Okay. Now, we ready? Are we cool? We got everything
I'm ready
together
whenever
now?
you are.
Okay, everybody wants a demonstration. No demonstration, huh?
Hell no.
Okay. Seeing as how this is my first bio interview, I do not have a clue where to start, but we're going to start. Okay, guys? We're going to get to know Jen. So, Jen, how old were you when you got married the first time?
I was 19.
Okay. Truth or dare? No. How many times have you been married?
I have been married 3 times.
And I'm assuming you're still with the last one?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How many kids do you have?
I have 1 child that I gave birth to and 1 that I adopted as my own when Keith and I got married.
Okay. And what was your career?
Which career? Prior to my strokes, I was a nurse.
Okay. That's what I was talking about. That's
Okay.
the career I was talking about.
Okay.
So, when were you a stripper?
My son was around 4 years old, so back in 97, 98.
How long did you strip?
Only about a year.
And you raised enough money to go to nursing school, right? That's why you were doing it.
Yeah, between that and funding, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll believe that. That's your story and you're sticking to it. Okay. How long ago, I know this is not your favorite subject, but how long ago did you have your stroke?
It will be 8 years on August 13th.
August 13th. And was it a bad stroke? I mean,
my first stroke, which was an ischemic stroke, was minor, which they got to the hospital. They gave me a med called TPA, which is a clot busting med. Once they administered that and tried to bust the clot, it turned into a brain bleed, which then led into a hemorrhagic stroke, which was massive.
right. So basically, it's a miracle that you're here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Didn't
I
your
am
doctor,
a walking, talking, true miracle.
didn't your doctor tell you wouldn't walk or anything? Right.
I was told that I would never walk again and that I would spend the remainder of my days in assisted living.
Wow. But
They were surprised that I even lived, honestly.
But you're up and you're going about your daily business and you're doing your housework and you're doing all that, right?
I still cook, I still clean, I still get out, I still raise my grandbabies. I do everything a normal person with all functioning limbs would do.
Awesome. Now, prior to June 15th, or wait a minute, let's go back. When did you get into the true crime, get interested in true crime?
I got interested in true crime with Kaylee Anthony.
That was way back when
That was 2011.
Before YouTube.
Before I realized that YouTube had a true crime
genre
thing. I basically only used YouTube for music.
Okay. So what made you interested in true crime anyways? I mean, just the cases, or did something happen, or?
I think more specifically it was the children involved in the cases, because I am a bleeding heart for all children and advocate for all of them, whether they're mine, yours, anybody's in chats. My theory on that is, it doesn't matter if I'm outside and the neighborhood kids are out, you keep your eyes on all kids at all times, especially where I live, because it's pretty shady over here and I don't trust nobody.
Right. Now, you've told me many times you were a victim of DV yourself, right?
Yes. Which would be why I'm on my third marriage.
But you haven't suffered it. I know you haven't suffered it in this marriage. Poor Keith.
Absolutely not. He's the one that's abused, or at least that's the story he'll tell.
I know. Well, I've heard stories about the phones and the ashtrays that sprouted wings.
Hey, it was a phone. Just one, not plural.
And you know how I feel about that. Phones are expensive.
It was insured. I didn't care.
What about the ashtrays? Didn't you fling an ashtray at him?
No, a squash.
Oh, okay. Anybody got any questions so far for Jen? Yeah. Nothing is off limits, guys. I give you permission.
I was told I was not allowed to read chats, so I do have it running, but it's set way over there. So
yeah, Jen's not reading anything you guys are writing, so I'll have to read to her. Sorry about that.
So everything's a surprise.
I wanted it to be a surprise for her and her not have a chance to think about it, because this is spur of the moment questions. And also, I didn't want her monitoring the chat and not paying attention to what she was doing. Discovering Truth says, thank you, Jen, for proving those dumbass doctors wrong. You're a tough cookie.
Well, thank you. I try. I think when I was finally released from ICU, now mind you, I still had a catheter and everything else in. When they put me in a regular room, I told them I gotta pee. And they're like, well, you have a catheter. And I'm, no, take it out. I'm going to the bathroom. And the smart ass nurse looked at me and she's like, go ahead, get up and try. And it's like, I will do this. I got straight up out of the bed and hit the floor.
Common Sense says, what year was your stroke?
2013. No, I'm sorry, 2014. It was 1 year and 2 weeks after Keith and I got married.
And Nano7 says, what caused your stroke? Do you know?
The first one, the initial stroke, the ischemic, we have no clue. It was just one of those freak accidents that happened. But the second one, like I said, as soon as they put the TPA in that was supposed to bust the clot, it caused it to bleed. So.
Right.
Arteries.
I figured they would be
that stress. A whole lot of different things could have caused it. I wasn't doing drugs. I wasn't, I was drinking, but not, drinking.
Right.
So, I was healthy before that. I did have signs that led up to it, but I ignored them, thinking that it was meds from my back surgery a couple months before. Didn't think anything of it. And from a nurse perspective, you don't think the worst thing right off bat.
We've got two comments.
I, like I said, narrowed it down to the meds because they had me on a new pain med, and they had given me which I still don't understand, had given me Valium as a backup pain med because it calms you and makes you rest. So they gave me Valium as a backup pain med so I could sleep and whatnot. So I figured it was just the combination of the meds. Never thought anything about a stroke. I was talking and everything. I mean, once I got out of bed that morning and I hit the floor and I couldn't get back up, I started screaming for my son who had just moved out 2 days prior to that. And once it hit me, it was like, okay, well, Brett's not here. So what am I going to do? My phone was on the opposite side of the bed. So I had to back wiggle all the way around to the other side of the bed, reach up with my right hand, pull the cord down and call my husband at work. I think probably maybe 30 phone calls later, I finally got him to answer his phone. My first comment to him was, you need to get home now. I am on the floor, and if somebody doesn't get me off the floor, I'm going to pee everywhere. And he thought, well, because it happened on a Friday, he thought I was screwing with him, just trying to get him out of work. It's like, no, I am dead serious. So he got home and walked in the bedroom, and he's like, babe, you're having a stroke. I'm like, you're full of shit. And like I said, thought my meds. I'm like, it's just my meds. Just get me to the bathroom. And then, of course, I wasn't fully dressed. So once he told me I'm having a stroke and he got me out to the couch, I'm like, you get some damn clothes on me before the ambulance get here. I'm not going out like this. So he had to hurry up and get me dressed into the bathroom. And then my fluffy bulldog decided she wanted to chase the ambulance after they got me out of here. So we had to deal with that.
Discovering the truth, because I thought there would be more questions about your stripping than what
else
was.
Nana, I can't hear you. If you're saying anything and you can hear me, I cannot hear you. So since I can't hear you, I'm going to back out and come in and try again. That's always happens when I use my phone. Give me 1 second.
Can everybody else hear me? Can you all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. Was it a full stroke or a mini stroke? If you can hear me, remain calm. She had mini strokes to begin with, and then the first one was mini, and the second one was a full-blown stroke. Okay, guys. I was just making sure it wasn't me and it was her.
Okay, you got me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I could hear you before. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. That only happens when I'm on my phone on StreamYards. Every time I'm on there with you, 10 minutes in or so, I end up not being able to hear everybody.
Okay. Well, listen, I thought they would say more about you stripping, but they didn't. But Discovering the Truth did say Jody Sue was supposedly a stripper, but I bet Jenn could dance circles around Jody Sue.
I don't know if they have stripper poles on cow farms.
Oh, Lord. Cotton Candy 65 says I had 3 TIAs due to stress.
And that definitely will happen. That's a lot of what I contribute my initial stroke to, is just tons of stress. My kid had just moved out under not so good circumstances, so I was pretty depressed. And it was coming up on that time of year. It had just passed that time of year that I lost my mom, so that hits me hard every year.
Remain Calm said, she has a question, says, was it a full stroke or a mini stroke?
I have had 4 mini strokes that I know of and 2 full-blown actual strokes that left me severely disabled.
Hi, John Davis.
Which is why I've mentioned when I've been on with you before that if anybody thinks my mouth is moving funny because the left side, it's only because of the strokes. There's nothing else to it. My meds, yeah, they make me a little bit jumpy and jittery. But with the left side of my mouth, if anybody ever notices anything odd, which now everybody will be looking, that is because of the stroke.
Right. Cotton Candy says yes. When I lost my son, 3 TIAs within 6 months' time. Yes, and as Amy Lou who says, please remember to hit the subscribe and the like button, guys.
Yeah, I'm not on duty, but yes, everybody, please remember to like, share, bell, follow, all that fun stuff.
John Davis says, what's up?
Hi, John. I am forbidden from looking at chat, so.
You can give her all the hell you want. And she'll never know it.
Nope, I can't see a damn thing.
Here we go with the lovebirds in the darn chat again. Jesus, I wish they'd get a room.
All right, Charlie and Mary?
Yes. Talking back and forth to one another like the rest of us don't even exist.
We all got to pitch in a buck to get a room?
Yeah. Discovering Truth says that's scary and I worry about something happening to me like that. And my son, even though he's 15, has autism and semi-nonverbal. Oh, he's semi-nonverbal. Don't know how to call 911, so he could probably be traumatized by it. I would say he probably is, hon. Yes, remain calm. I am jealous. Thank you. You had to announce it to the world. I am jealous. Jeez.
What are we jealous of?
Her and Charlie.
Oh.
And their little lovebird thing they got going on.
Like I said, we all need to just pitch in a buck and they can get together and snuggle up in a room.
Yeah, well, I promised them if I ever got rich, I was going to send them on a cruise.
And I promise, I'm just joking with both of them.
They know I'm joking. I've told both of them.
Well, sometimes even when I'm joking, I have a tendency to come across very serious because I have constant resting bitch face and a very monotone voice now.
Please don't even try to blame it on all that shit. You are just a resting bitch and you know it.
Okay, you got me to smile. That's very rare.
Now let's get on with this. Okay. Did you get the alert when Summer went missing? Did they alert people in Ohio?
I did not get the Amber Alert. So technically, I didn't even become aware of Summer's case until probably the 17th when it was plastered all over the news.
And why don't you look at the camera and stop watching TV?
I wasn't watching TV. I was lighting a cigarette, and I only have one hand to do that with. So if I'm lighting a cigarette, therefore I have to put the hand down or the phone down.
Okay. And hello, John.
We're saying, smoke it.
Okay. Anyways, so what grabbed your attention about the Summer case, if you don't mind me asking?
What grabbed me so hard about the Summer case is I saw that little face and those blue eyes and saw my granddaughter.
Would you like me to show that picture?
Absolutely. The one with them big, huge blue eyes and her cheesy little smile.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Hang on 1 second. Be more than happy to.
Yeah. When Nana shows this picture, yeah, this little girl is the love of my life. I honestly think I probably would have. God, I got to try to do it without crying. If it weren't for her, I probably wouldn't be here.
Now stop there squalling. This is supposed to be funny. You ain't allowed to do that. Okay, I'm still working on this, guys. Hang on a second. Make sure and tell me, guys, if you can see what I'm showing. Thank you, Miss Holly. Okay, let me find the picture. Dang it, I hate this stupid thing. Okay, let me find the picture right here. Can y'all see that?
That is the love of my life. That was Bug when she was about 2 or 3.
Now, I do have to say that does look like Summer when she was a baby.
Mm-hmm. That was her very first skate competition with the yellow dress on. She was not happy that day. She didn't have a nap and she just wasn't feeling it.
She was what, 2?
Yeah, she was 2. That's why she has the pouty face.
Ah. Now, how many grandkids do you have altogether?
I have 5 total.
Look at that sexy mama.
And that was 1 month exactly before my stroke.
So that's what got your heart about the Summerwells case, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So how did you go about joining me up here on panel?
Well, I found you through Don B's little bam. And you and I just clicked and we've been friends ever since.
And didn't you tell me you didn't even talk on the phone before we started talking?
I talk to family only, like my son, my husband, if he called. But even if my mother-in-law called, I usually pass the phone off to Keith. And now you can't shut me up. Bet you're regretting that, huh?
Hey, I got a question from John Davis for you.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm not regretting it. Regretting it. I'm not. John Davis says, how many great grandkids do you have now?
All of my grandkids are great grandkids. But smart ass, I don't have any. I have 0 great grandchildren.
Well, I think he knows that. He was just trying to say you're really fucking old.
Hey, Nana, you're still older.
Yes, I am. You're both asses for pointing that out. Thank you, Holly.
Okay, if you can hear me, I lost you again.
Uh-oh, go out and come back in.
Give me a second.
I'm going to call you Kate because I can't pronounce your name and I don't want to butcher it. Thank you so much, Kate. Thank you, sweetheart. And Holly, I seen yours up here too. Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay. Try this again.
Okay. Here. Holly says JDTV. I think she meant TC. Stirring the pot. And John Davis says, Jenn rode a dinosaur to school.
No, but I have walked 2 miles uphill in
Uphill both ways. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
You're so old.
I'm here. You there?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm making sure you can hear me.
I think everybody can hear us both. We're
okay,
starting.
Yeah, that only happens. The TV commercial. Can you hear me now?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. The Sprint commercial.
It only happens on my phone, but never happens on the tablet.
What was your first car, Jenn?
My first car was a Pontiac Grand Prix.
What year? 1902, right?
John Davis, just for you, dear.
Oh, he didn't say that. I did. I just thought it fit.
Okay, Nana, just for you.
John Davis says, Jenn, get a tripod. Or get Jenn a tripod. I don't know why.
What, do I need a selfie stick? So I can hold it like that?
Yeah, I guess. Common Sense wants to know, were you one of the mean girls in school?
Yes and no.
Amy Lou Who, thank you so very much, sweetheart. It's much appreciated. Oh, John Davis says your first car was a Model T. Get him, Jenn.
Hey, he better be careful what he's saying. He's not that far behind me, so he better be careful.
Right. Okay, Corey says, Jenn, if you could talk to one person in the Summerwells case, who would it be and why?
If I could talk to one person, I would want to talk to Hunter because I honestly believe Hunter has a lot more information than what we've been made aware of. And because
John
I would be less likely to swing on him because he's a child.
Oh, here we go. Brandy said, John Davis's Brandy says, your channel should be called Live with Nana and No Filter. Stay home. Huh? Okay.
I always stay home unless it's for the kids or doctor's appointments. Aside from that, I don't go anywhere.
Let's see. Hang on a minute. How you get a wrench butt kisser? How'd you get a wrench butt kisser? She was just in here, and I was going to offer you a wrench, and you weren't in here the next time I was on. So you'll get a wrench too, Mr. John Davis. Okay, Discovering the Truth says, Jen, what's your biggest accomplishment besides your kids? Of course.
My biggest accomplishment besides my kids is probably keeping myself alive with everything that I've been through. I mean,
Really?
to be honest, after I lost my mother, it was all downhill from there.
Yeah, after I lost my mom, it's still downhill. I'm still going downhill.
Yeah, 25 years and it still doesn't get easier.
Right. Oh, she said, okay, Brandy says stay home should not have been in there. Sorry. She said it should say Live with Nana and No Filter. It's what it was supposed to say. Stay home wasn't in there. Or wasn't supposed to be in there.
It's going to say I'm always home.
Okay. I think some people who are in the midst of the case aren't even allowed to talk.
Probably.
He said that.
Probably, especially somebody as young as Hunter.
Jen, I'm going to ask your expertise. If John Davis had a wrench, could he block Charlie?
No.
There you go, Charlie. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, a mod cannot block a mod. Now, you could remove comments, but you cannot block another mod. I think that would probably bounce back to you to be held over for review to find out why one was wanting to block the other.
Right. Amy Lou, yes, your wrench is coming too. I'm having texting issues. Sorry, Brandy says. Why do Brandy's comments keep getting taken off? I don't know. Is Brandy's comments getting took off? Whoever is doing that will stop. Brandy is welcome in here anytime she wants to be in here.
It's not me today. I'm not accidentally bumping anybody out of there.
Brandy is the same as John Davis, and they are welcome anytime.
Absolutely.
Except on special occasions like today when nobody can come up on panel. But any other time, all they got to do is say, drop the link, and they're allowed. Oh, Chuck got a bodyguard. Uh-oh. Who's Chuck's bodyguard? Okay, Suzette Brown said, Jen, wouldn't you love to get Casey Anthony in a crowd by yourself?
Oh, she wouldn't come out.
Okay, beautiful dragonfly says, okay, ladies, let's be positive. Things happen. It's life, but we need to try to stay positive. Wow.
Why do I feel like I'm missing something?
Maybe because I am too. I don't know.
I promised you I wouldn't peek at chat, and I kept my promise. So if there's something going on in there, I'm clueless.
I don't have a clue. Okay, we have a question. What do you all think about Breezy starting her channel?
My personal,
Go ahead.
no, my personal opinion, I love it, to be honest, because she is definitely shedding light on somebody that thinks they're a god. And she doesn't hold anything back. She tells the good, she tells the bad. So it's not, she's not sugarcoating anything and building him up. But at the same point in time, if there is something good about it, about him, she makes it a point to say that.
Right. I think Jenn has been inspirational. She has been. Just seeing her get on a live every time that we go live is inspirational.
Aren't you happy I didn't wait until after the move, because that was like 6 months ago?
Yes, yes.
And we still haven't moved because everything's been up and down and everywhere else.
Yes. John, are you not having your live tonight? Because I told everybody that after I went off, you're going to have your live.
Oh, so he's stuck around for little old me.
You might want to correct me if I'm wrong. But I thought that's what you said. Brandy says, thank you, Jenn, for sharing.
Oh, you're welcome, Brandy. I told Nana I'm an open book. I really have nothing to hide. There's nothing so bad in my past that I'm ashamed to talk about it. I mean, I've done stupid shit my entire life, and I admit to it. Right. But nothing so bad that, I wouldn't want to talk about it.
I could have swore that there would have been more people wanting to tease you about the stripper pole and all that,
Okay, Nana did it again. So give me 1 second.
I said I could have swore that there would be more people trying to tease you about the stripper pole. And Rapunzel says Jenn is calm, cool, and collective.
Sometimes, not always.
And Kathy says that she don't think Breezy should have been brought onto the YouTube streets by the ones who brought her. But that's my opinion, and we all know what it is about. Right?
Yeah. People wanted to throw her in there, so she just decided she's going to come out and tell it like it is.
Jenn, can you still work the pole?
Ha ha.
Three guesses.
I only need one.
Okay, who is it?
That would be Mr. Smartass himself.
And that is?
Mr. John Davis.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, my guess.
Your guess. Your one and only guess, huh?
Yes, ma'am. Do you want me to try this again on my tablet so I don't quit losing sound?
Oh, I don't care. It's fine the way you are.
Okay.
It's giving me time to catch up with the chat.
And like I said, only on the phone, and every single time.
Ashley says I might have to jump off in a few minutes, guys. If so, I will be back. If you are still live, y'all be safe. You be safe too, sweetheart.
Bye, Ash.
Okay, Corey says, I don't know if I missed this question, but what got you started on true crime?
Kaylee Anthony.
I mean, are you like just sick in the head and you like to hear about this kind of stuff, or
no,
are you sympathetic?
I am very sympathetic, especially when it comes to children. Like I was telling you earlier about that case that I watched last night about that Dakota Collins. And that was very, very, very similar to Gabriel Fernandez, which, mind you, I could not even make it through the entire documentary about Gabriel Fernandez without losing my shit.
I couldn't make it through the first half of it,
Yeah.
so don't feel bad.
But when it comes to kids, I am pretty much a bleeding heart. Like Brett sent me a video the other day of Bug being stuck in the shed with a goose, and he was teasing her. And he sent me the video of it, and I messaged him back and I said, quit tormenting my baby and go get her out of that shed. I was
Right.
ready to get in the car and drive out there and whoop his ass.
Right.
He's like, well, I told her not to go in there. I said, I don't care. She's terrified and crying. Get in there and get her. Well, she's not going to learn if I just go in there and get her. I said, I don't care. Go in there. So he had to send a second video to where he went in and got her finally.
Brandy is asking, are those things real? I don't know what things she's talking about.
Well,
She did say things.
Assuming it's probably the things that are on camera, considering you can only see my upper half. And yes, ma'am, they are.
Them things. Oh, well,
Them things.
you're smarter than me.
Hey, I tried to be modest and put somewhat of a respectful shirt on.
Jeez.
And the other one that I had on was a little bit too low cut, and you could see a little bit too much. So
I was wondering the same thing, Brandy. Don't feel bad. How did you meet your husband that you are married to now?
Oh, this is a funny story. Everybody's going to get a laugh out of this.
Kathy's asking that.
Okay, well, I desperately needed a place to stay because I had been kind of like Nana. I had been living in a hotel room, and my son wasn't with me at that time, which is a whole nother story in itself. But my ex-husband pulled some dirty crap, and I did not have my son. So I was staying in a hotel room and working for the hotel to pay my room rent. And I desperately needed a place to stay to get my child back. So I found a mobile home for rent. Okay, issue with that? Well, I was there a couple of weeks, and I kept seeing a car that I absolutely fell in love with. And it's like, well, you know, something that looks that good, I've got to see the driver. I finally saw the driver, and my jaw hit the ground. So he was my neighbor in the trailer park. And we have been together 18 years now. So in technicality, I fell in love with the car before the driver.
Jen, I'm gonna read this comment. I'm hoping it's not referring to what Brandy was talking about, but I can't find anything else that it goes with. Okay.
Okay.
It says, this is from Discovering the Truth. She says, bless her heart, them damn geese are mean, especially if they're laying eggs or got babies. I don't know what the hell that means, but
because I was talking about Bug being stuck in the shed with the goose.
Oh, okay.
And it was actually the father goose protecting the mother goose who was laying on her eggs. And I had been chased by a goose with my son in his stroller. So yes, they are mean as shit.
Common sense says hers are fake. And then Ashley says, them are some big old bitties.
Yeah, they're not tiny. I wouldn't mind bigger, but.
Kathy says she met her old man doing community service.
Uh-oh. Yep, I've never had to do community service. I have been locked up twice for something that they had to throw out immediately as soon as I got into the courtroom, which falls back to the story of my shady ex-husband when he had my kid. So if anybody wants to know, since we're doing Q&A, my ex-husband had my son, and he told the courts that I was an absent parent, and he put my son in foster care because he couldn't handle my son due to ADHD.
Okay, Discovering the Truth said he fell in love with a stripper. I was singing it as I was typing it, LOL.
That he did, but I was not stripping at that time.
I met mine doing community service. Mine are real. Thank you, Mama. Corey's is real.
Actually,
Go ahead.
I think he fell more in love with all the tattoos.
Right.
Because you've seen him. I mean, he's not a little mousy guy. You know, he's a big dude. So.
Right. Question: does he still have the car?
No. Where we ended up moving to had a really rough driveway that it was hard to get the car in and out of, and it was just gravel. So every time it rained or snowed in the puddles, and it ended up basically rotting the frame underneath of the car, so we had to get rid of it. You know, that Ohio salt and everything else just took a toll on the car, and that was the end of that.
Okay. Dragonfly says, I was a stripper once, but never a pole. Ha ha ha. Versi says, hello, Jen, you are great, and Nana hugs. Well, hugs back, Versi. I appreciate that, baby.
Hi, Versi. Thank you, honey.
Question. Grace says, what are your tattoos of?
I have 13 tattoos. I have a butterfly on my right foot with my mom's name because my mom loved butterflies. When my son started doing tattooing and bought his own tattoo kit, I let him tattoo my left foot with his name. On my left bicep is my very first tattoo, and that's of 2 dolphins jumping, because that's originally what I had wanted to go to school for, was marine biology, and I started that, and that didn't last because I had kids, and that was the end of that. Or kid, I should say. I put Savannah in there, but she's not mine, so. But I had Brett.
Sorry, Common Sense says my husband asked for a pole for me one time.
It's a great exercise.
John Davis says your tattoos are for your gang.
Yeah. Well, and I only named off 3, so there's still 10 more to go. I have Sadie's paw print on my left wrist. I have the initials of the baby that Keith and I lost on my right bicep. I've got both shoulder blades, and to be honest, I can't even remember what's back there. I think one of them, I can't remember which shoulder blade, is Brett's name that I got after he was born. The other shoulder, like I said, I don't remember. I have a really big one on the back of my neck that if I can get my camera back there, I can show everybody. I don't know if anybody can see it because I can't see the camera.
Yeah, we see it.
Yeah. And that's my biggest one. I have my hip, my rib cage going down to my hip. I have both calves. So I'm kind of lopsided. I need my right rib cage and my right hip done now, and then I'll be all balanced out.
Discovering the Truth says, I want a tattoo, but I'm scared of needles. I had natural childbirth with no meds because I was scared of needles. LOL. I can handle the pain. I just can't handle being poked. And John Davis, of course, says, the granny style Crips.
No. Honestly, I am terrified of needles, like deathly afraid. I can't even see somebody drawing blood on TV. It scares the crap out of me. And it gives me, almost makes me want to throw up. But tattoos and piercings do not bother me at all.
Charlie says the pole style Crips.
Hey, Charlie, what happened to Team Jen?
Get him, Jen, get him.
That doesn't sound like Team Jen to me. That sounds like you're siding with the smartass of the group.
That's his buddy. Remember,
Yeah,
he lets John call him Chuck.
Yep. But nobody else calls him Chuck.
Right.
Isn't John special?
Yeah, John's special. John Davis, Holly says
Special
John
ed.
Davis, Jen is the same age as you.
Yeah. John Davis is special ed.
Oh, mean. Charlie says, Jen, you know I love you. Isn't that what they all say when they screw up?
Always. Never fails.
John says, smart ass? Ouch.
Would you prefer me to call you a dumbass? I thought I was being nice by calling you a smartass.
Repeat what you just said.
I asked him if he would prefer for me to call him a dumbass, and I thought I was being nice by calling him a smartass.
Oh, okay. No, you're supposed to say intellectual anus.
That would be one way to put it.
John Davis rode the short bus to school. That's what Holly says.
And
John
did he have
says,
to, did he have
Go
to
ahead.
wear the helmet to keep himself from licking the windows?
oh my God. John, now that was mean considering what John just texted to you. He said, Jen, let's be friends.
I'm trying, John, but you joke with me, I'm going to joke back.
And then he said, Holly, really? Jeez. And Holly says, beep, beep. So he's got Chuck and you got Holly. Well, she's really trying to put them things in everybody's face, ain't she?
Sorry, I had to lean forward. I wasn't trying. It was just the way I had the phone propped up so I didn't have to keep holding it.
I can answer that. There's two of them, actually, discovering the truth. There's two of them. And I can't remember the singer's name, but it's Johnny Depp and the P word starts with a P.
Post Malone.
Yes.
That is my absolute 100% man crush.
Even above Johnny Depp?
Even above Johnny Depp. And actually, Johnny Depp would probably come in third because there's Charlie Hunnam.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah,
I'm sorry,
Jax.
yeah,
Absolutely.
you cannot mess with Charlie Hunnam.
Oh hell no. Now that's a pretty man. Jax.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he's very pretty.
Holly says the demonstration begins because you got up in the camera.
Oops.
And Charlie K says Don B is one.
Well, he's not a celebrity. He's just my YouTube crush.
Don't tell him that. He thinks he is.
Oh, I don't see him as celebrity status. I just see him as YouTube celebrity status. But yes, he is my YouTube crush. YouTube crushes would be him, Harsh, and DUI guy.
Who the hell's DUI guy?
DUI guy is one of the guys that was in the courtroom every day transcribing the Depp trial.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember you telling me about him. Holly says, do not mess with my Jen.
Thank you, Holly.
Discovering the Truth says, I love the goofy type, LOL. And John Davis says, I'm taking my ball and going home. Y'all are mean.
Oh, you only got one?
Jen, you're
Hey,
so mean.
He cracks on me. I got crack on him. Here, let me read a poem really quick. We can put him to sleep.
Charlie says he is too a celebrity. Holly says, y'all know who my YouTube crush is. No, we don't.
No, Hal, we don't. Spill the tea, girl.
Oh, John Davis says you bit off the other one.
Hey, my mouth has never been anywhere near there. Don't put me in your kinky little games.
Think about it, she says. Okay, we're assuming that we know then.
I am going to assume that it's the same as my YouTube crush.
Well, I don't think she wanted it out there.
I didn't say with 100% certainty. I said I'm going to assume. Allegedly, hypothetically, potentially.
Yes, you are. Brandy says, I guess I'm lucky being married to a celebrity. Hey, Brandy, you better keep an eye on him. There was somebody text me in my comments the other day and said it was a shame that he was married.
I can't remember for the life of me who it was, but it was probably the one when Don B came on the other night that mentioned, you know, while everybody else was waiting for Don B, she was just waiting for John Davis. And even if I could remember the name from how many days ago, I wouldn't put it out there.
Okay,
But
Beautiful Dragonfly says, okay, y'all have fun. I'm out. Enjoyed commentating back at me. Remain calm. Okay. Mine is the guy, Remain Calm says, mine is the guy that goes to the forest to find the little spirits. Who's the guy that goes to the forest? Mary, are you okay?
I have no clue. I don't know who she would be talking about in that one.
Holly, you're right. Brandy, you are the celebrity, honey.
Yes.
Remember, your name gets said no matter what happens. Your name gets said in every video. You remember, hey, Brandy, every time.
I absolutely agree with Holly on that one.
No, it is not. She is trying to tell us her crush is Cam from Cracking Cases.
Oh, Holly, I know you're full of it now.
No shit. I will smack you for that one, girl. Jeez. Yes, we know you're being sarcastic. Sprites equal fairies. We know sprites are fairies, but I don't know what guy she's talking about that looks in the woods for them.
I have no clue.
Is it the person that you asked me about, Holly? Just say yes or no, and I'll know who you're talking about. And then I'll know if it's the same one as Jenn's or not. I said spirits. Oh, well. I meant sprites. What do you mean, what, Holly? You know who you asked me about. Erwin Saunders that hunts fairies in. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Never heard of him.
See, you got Charlie believing that Cam is your crush. Tiger is not it. Holly says she don't have a crush now. Okay, guys, any more questions for Jenn? Come on, make it some good juicy ones. I want to see her face turn red. What, my crush?
Okay, Nana, catch. Okay, never mind. I thought I lost volume again.
Remain calm. Is that what you're asking?
I know who Nana's is.
Well, remain calm. Imagine that. Jenn, when did you have your first kiss?
My first kiss, let me think. God, I'm old. 7th grade.
7th grade?
So I was probably about 12, 13.
Oh, John Davis says it was Beanie. I don't know what he's talking about. Wait a minute. Jen, when did you, okay, you have your first kiss, and the very next comment was Beanie. What kind of thugs did you do in high school? What kind of drugs did you do in high school? Charlie wants to know.
I didn't do any drugs in high school. I did not start doing drugs until after I lost my mom.
Hold up. I need to address something real quick and clear this up. Charlie K, do you like being a mod on my channel, child? Because I look at John Davis like a child. I talk to him like a child. Him and Brandy, his wife. Just joking with you about the mod thing, Charlie. But that's not even funny.
Uh-oh, what did I miss?
Charlie said, no, my crush was John Davis. Midwest, the only thing is, they all might want him, but guess who's got him? Sorry.
Exactly. Brandy is a lucky woman.
I wasn't talking about John Davis.
Oh, okay. I thought you were still on the John Davis thing.
No, but look, Brandy is a lucky woman. But no, Midwest said every woman wants Don B. So in the YouTubian galaxy, should I say, all women want him. Yes, John Davis. I've told you that you remind me of my children. Your personality.
I think with Don B, like I've said, it's the dimples and the smile. Me personally, I'm a butt person. So if he's got a flat butt, then it's game over.
Sorry, Mary. I didn't mean to say nothing to your beau. Oops. I'm sorry, Charlie.
Did I lose you again?
No, we're still here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm going to assume I lost you. I'm going to back out. Be right back again.
Again, guys. Charlie, I wasn't trying to be mean, but I'm just saying, you know, just that's not. You don't know who Don B is, huh? Well, you must be new to the YouTubian galaxy.
Who's
Don
new?
B and Mac Screamsy, I think Mac Screamsy said I must be missing out because I don't really know who Don B is. And the Midwest says Don B is a G, whatever that is. Victoria says her crush is harsh.
Well, I can't blame her for that.
I didn't mean to be mean to Chuck. I really didn't mean to. I was just trying to.
Did, Nana.
Okay, I'm a mean bitch. Y'all finally meeting me for the first time, okay?
That's why we get along so well.
I said, good God, I was sorry. Jeez, you're going to make me cry, John. I don't either, Brandy. Brandy says she don't see what's so hot about Don B.
It's the eyes and the dimples and the smile.
Corey says, are we telling our true crime creator crushes? Yes, we are, Corey. Oh, Don B's a gangster. Okay, I get it. That's what the G is. Okay.
I don't know if it would be true crime creator crushes because DUI guy is not true crime. He's actually a lawyer.
Carrie Ann says, my crush is Scott H.
I've never seen Scott H, so I couldn't tell you.
And Holly says that Jen likes Harsh's blue eyes.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
John quit trying to make me feel bad. I didn't mean to yell at him. Oh, Remain Calm says, well, Don B's got handcuffs.
And he's also got a car that he can drive straight to Ohio.
Yeah, Hurst has a pond that he would have to cross, doesn't he?
Yeah, it'd be a little bit more difficult for Hurst to get here.
Carrie Ann says, it's that voice about Scott H.
I do like his voice.
Where the hell is my son?
He knew you were going live, so he got gone.
He did get gone, but I thought he was going after cigarettes, and he never came back. And I don't have cigarettes.
He met a woman.
I don't want to know that, if that's what happened. I just want the damn cigarettes. Charlie, I'm going to say this last time. I apologize. Poor Chuck, don't worry. We like you. I like him too. Y'all are so mean to me.
I must be missing a lot.
What?
I said I must be missing a lot.
Why?
Because I have no clue what's going on.
They're still going on about me saying that to Charles or Charlie.
Nana's a mean girl.
I was not a mean girl. I'm still not a mean girl. Discovering truth. It's slim pickings out here, Common Sense says.
But in the Utopian galaxy, yes, it is.
Discovering the truth says, Jen, have you ever been into a fist fight?
Multiple times.
That's right. Charlie K says, hey, this is Jen's show.
I think the worst fight I ever got into that started out as a fist fight, and I ended up smacking the girl's head into the cafeteria window and got expelled from school. Not so much as an adult, but there's been a few.
Okay, Brandy Davis says Holly from Common Sense True Crime is her YouTube crush.
That's because Holly is absolutely beautiful.
She is absolutely gorgeous. John Davis, you remind me of some of my family. Their last name is Davis. Midwest says that Lean on Me that was on the Andy B show, that she's smoking.
Never saw her either.
Okay, question. What was the best tip you got, and what did you have to do for it?
Honestly, the best tip that I've ever gotten came from when I was waitressing at Olive Garden. There was an old man that would come in every Sunday religiously at the same time and would only order tiramisu and a cappuccino. And he left me $100 tip. And all I had to do was serve him his cake and his coffee, and that was it. As far as my stripper days, well, I can't really necessarily go by tips because that was more, you don't count it as it's getting thrown at you or anything else. You just accumulate it. Right? Yeah, you just accumulate it and count at the end of the night.
John Davis is saying not a maybe. I don't know what he's saying not a maybe about, though. Don't have a clue. So, Jen, what was your costumes? What did your costumes look like when you used to strip?
Nothing special. Usually just G-string and a bra, or if you could call it a bra.
Discovering Truth has a serious question for you, Jen.
Okay.
And you have to answer it. You can't hem-haw around about it either.
Okay.
You already read it. Jenn, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop?
Hold on. No, I didn't read it, but I assumed it had something to do with my profile. I got to hold the phone way up here to be able to read that. But how many?
Holy shit. Holy shit. Sorry, guys.
I don't know. This one will last me until the end of the
week. Holy crap. Tornado coming through. Okay, I'm back. All is good. John, I don't have a clue what you're talking about. You said Nana maybe, now you're saying wrong Nana. Oh, wrong Nana. Okay, I got you. Nana of 7's who you're talking to. Okay. It's like a tornado's coming through, and I'm sitting out on the balcony, and it was blowing my notebook and everything everywhere. That's what's going on, Common Sense.
Sounds like a tornado's coming through.
Yeah. It's okay. It ain't, though. It does this from time to time. Sounds like I might be taking a vacation to Oz.
These are to keep me from smoking so much, which doesn't always help.
Okay. Now, what you said just your costumes were just panties and bra. You could have been creative, imaginative.
Okay, I did. Little schoolgirl outfits. I mean, I did at one point actually have a little schoolgirl uniform. Where I worked, costumes weren't necessary.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I do believe that we may wind up having to cut this a little short. I hate to, but it's not looking good. The clouds are moving very fast.
You getting another storm now?
Yeah, it's like literally flapping my laptop, the screen part of my laptop back and forth. French maid? Did you do a French maid outfit? Holly wants to know. We're starting to wonder about Holly here. Are you crushing on Jenn?
I did not do a maid costume. The only costume I ever wore, besides just a G-string and whatever, was the schoolgirl outfit. Because you would be shocked by how many people want to see that.
Midwest, that's a little. I know I said all questions or no questions off the table, but can you read the screen? Because I'm not reading that.
Okay, yeah. Once I hold it up, yeah, and no, I'm not going to answer that.
Thank you. Click my heels. Will it take me to far, far away? Is it thundering where you're at, John? Because it's like it's not thundering or lightning here. Yes, Midwest, I am fixing to reach through the phone and strangle you.
One of us.
He keeps, or I guess it's a he or she or whoever it may be. They're asking for a friend, Jenn.
For a friend.
Who all's having storms right this minute? Because Greensy says it's the thunder's rolling bad.
We were supposed to once again today, and it never happened. I was supposed to yesterday too, and never happened.
Good night, Versi. Are you leaving us?
That's living on top of the lake. It's, you know, really hit or miss because it can roll one way, roll the other, and it'd be downpouring 1 second and then clear the next.
Okay, Holly says, guys, I have to go. Have a good night, and I'll catch you later. All right, night, honey.
Good night, Hal. No, for if anybody's wondering, I'm living on top of the lake. I literally live 2 blocks from Lake Erie.
Wow.
I mean, not that I know if anybody even asked or anything, but usually when I tell people that I live on top of the lake, they're like, well, how close are you? And it's, well, a wonderful 2 blocks. I can see the boats and the big ore ships coming in and out. So,
Right. Well, I'm sorry. If you want to pick up the chat and read it, you can, but you're just not allowed to monitor it.
no, I have it running, but it's over to the side.
Oh. Well. Jeez, this wind is unreal. Sorry, guys. I was trying to hold my laptop in place.
Does anybody else have any questions before Nana cuts it short? Which we're not short. It's been an hour and 22.
The hour and 22 minutes.
Yep.
And I say no questions off the table, but we're also supposed to keep it
Classy.
respectful. No crude, rude, or disrespectful questions.
I have no issues talking about anything, but there are certain questions that A, are nobody's business, and B, a little bit too out there for me to answer.
And then there's some that's just downright crude.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, sorry.
Oh, you're fine, Jess. There comes the thunder, guys. It's starting to roll in.
Or even better, if anybody thinks of any questions after the live, I would be more than willing to come up and do it again. Like I said, I'm an open book. I've got nothing to hide.
Hello, Tina. Did you just get a break and get to come in, hon?
Hi, Tina.
Tina just got here and we're fixing to cut it. Yeah, we're really fixing to cut it short because here comes the lightning. I think we're fixing to get a tornado.
You better get your ass inside.
I bet you Tina could have come up with some very interesting questions. Oh,
Like I said, I would be more than willing to come up and do it again if anybody thinks of any questions after the fact
yeah.
that are respectful and able to be answered. I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide.
Okay, guys. I'm really am going to have to cut it short. She was looking for you guys earlier. Anyways, I'm going to have to go ahead and cut it short. Sorry, Tina. See, I have been dealing with tech support. My house phone is out again. Oh, wow. Thank you guys for coming in. Thanks for supporting Jenn and the people who actually asked the good questions. Thanks for the people that didn't ask the good questions, but we just don't ask those questions. Tina, hang on a second. Tina does have some very interesting questions that I would rather ask them off for the record. Okay, that's fine. Jen, is it okay if she talks to you off the record, whatever that might entail?
Sure. I have no problem with that.
Okay. All right. Then in that case, guys, I'm going to bid you a good night. Thank you for coming. Thank you for playing along. Please join us. I'm not sure who will be on tomorrow, if I even do one tomorrow, but if I do, somebody's going to be on here. And we've got somebody lined up for every day, huh?
The same person that threw me out there is the guinea pig.
Oh, no, that person
It's
claimed
their turn.
Saturday. That person.
Well,
Oh, which one? Wait a minute, which one? Because both of them did it.
well, who's the first one that said to use me as the guinea pig?
Tina?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, it was.
The first male to tell you to use me as a guinea pig.
Well, there was only 2 people, and it was Tina and Dawn.
Okay, well then it would be Dawn. I forgot Tina had mentioned to use me as the guinea pig.
And Dawn, like I said, he claimed Saturday. I will give Jen your email, Tina. I most certainly will. So Tina might be, if she's not busy tomorrow night, she might be tomorrow night.
Okay, and like I said, I have, if there's anybody else with questions, I don't have an issue doing part 2.
Right.
Since I'm always on there with you anyway.
Right. All right, guys. I love yous. We will talk to you tomorrow, guys.
Bye,
And
everyone.
have a great night.